Bihar elections got Modified. Bihar elections have often played a crucial role in shaping up of the national narratives. It was in Bihar where the famous JP movement of 1974 had begun and which eventually led to the declaration of emergency. Bihar was also central to the rise of caste-based electoral politics during the 1990s. Recently, Bihar happened to witness the rise and downfall of the so-called Mahagathbandhan. This time, Bihar became the first state to go to the polls, braving the threat of COVID-19 pandemic. In the weeks leading up to the Bihar Assembly elections, there were growing uncertainties around NDA's prospects of returning back to power. Mainstream narrative was dominated by young leaders Tejaswi Yadav and Chirag Paswan, both relentlessly attacking Nitish Kumar's governance track record.
Mahagathbandhan Chief Ministerial face Tejaswi Yadav.
With the RJD leader Tejaswi Yadav, he has kick-started his party's campaign.
तेजस्वी जहां-जहां जा रहे हैं बहुत भारी भीड़ उनका स्वागत कर रही है.
चिराग पासवान आपका स्वागत है.
What has changed over the past 5 years for Chirag Paswan?
उधर एलजेपी अध्यक्ष चिराग पासवान बिहार के लिए अपना विजन डॉक्यूमेंट जारी कर रहे हैं.
Media was deliberating the possibilities of 15-year anti-incumbency hurting Nitish Kumar's return. Talks about how Chirag Paswan's LJP directly pitching against Nitish Kumar's JDU will weaken the NDA's prospects were making round. Some were even suggesting that the race to the finish might be closer than anticipated based on massive crowds turning up for Tejaswi Yadav's rallies. At one point, Nitish Kumar's re-election for the fourth consecutive term felt difficult, and there seemed a possibility of caste politics overpowering the development politics. However, things changed upside down once Prime Minister Narendra Modi began with his campaign rallies in Bihar. Suddenly, mainstream narratives were shifted from anti-incumbency, caste matrix, farm bill protest, Chirag Paswan, migrant labours to double-engine growth, future development possibilities, Lalu Yadav's Gunda Raj and corruption. Modi's outreach not only energized the party's cadres but also convinced the undecided voters who were otherwise hesitant to vote for Nitish Kumar.
अच्छा, आप किसको देख के वोट करते हैं, नीतीश कुमार को या फिर मोदी को?
मोदी को.
हम जिलों में जा रहे हैं, लोगों से डायरेक्ट बात कर रहे हैं, अनफिल्टर्ड हम राय लोगों तक पहुंचा रहे हैं. उसमें एक बात बिल्कुल साफ निकल कर आ रही है कि लोगों की नाराजगी है नीतीश कुमार से, लेकिन मोदी से बैर नहीं है. मोदी को पसंद करते हैं और मोदी के नाम पे वो नीतीश कुमार के साथ जाने को तैयार है.
On the other hand, tremendous response to Modi's Bihar election campaigning started affecting the mindset of the opposition leaders. Right in the middle of campaigning, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi started exhibiting his defeatist mindset by invoking the outdated charges of EVM tampering.
उसका नाम EVM नहीं है, उसका नाम MVM है, मतलब मोदी वोटिंग मशीन.
Did you know how many times Tejaswi Yadav targeted Prime Minister Modi in his campaign rallies? 0. Yes, Tejaswi Yadav chose to avoid direct confrontation with Modi, fearing the worst. Some even tried to accuse Modi of undermining Nitish Kumar by dominating the mainstream narratives during the campaign. The fact is that the Prime Minister not only lauded Bihar's double-engine growth, but also requested people of Bihar to bring back Nitish Kumar.
आपको अपना एक वोट भाजपा, जेडीयू, हम पार्टी और वीआईपी पार्टी के उम्मीदवारों को डालना.
And Bihar responded with a resounding yes. The results are for everyone to see. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had addressed election rallies in 12 districts covering 110 assembly seats across Bihar, seeking support for the NDA candidates in the run-up to Bihar elections 2020. Of the 110 seats, the NDA won a total of 62 seats with 57% strike rate. Out of 110 seats, BJP contested on 58 seats and won 41 of them with a strike rate of 71%. What is noteworthy is the fact that despite the anti-incumbency, out of 110 seats, NDA alliance partners gained 24 seats, more this time than the combined seat count of BJP-JDU in the 2015 assembly elections. BJP gained 16 seats while the rest of the alliance partners gained remaining 8 seats. This gain has also helped in offsetting losses incurred by JDU in other seats. This again cements the fact that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's rallies serve two purposes at the same time. They not only benefit the assembly seat around the venue, but also create positive impact in the entire region. What has also been astounding is the support and impact of women voters in Bihar to Narendra Modi's policies.
मोदी हमरा के नल डाले, लाइन डाले, कोटा डाले।
What used to be a loyal vote bank for BJP's allied partner Nitish Kumar, the women voters this time have shifted their preferences and voted for Narendra Modi. Despite COVID, the state witnessed an overall polling of 57.05%, while female turnout was recorded as 59.7%, as against 54.7% of male turnout. The election also stood as a barometer of public views on Modi's handling of the pandemic. Experts estimated that the economic slowdown caused by the pandemic and a lockdown that led to the return of migrants could have impacted the results in favor of Mahagathbandhan. However, Modi's policies, popularity, charisma, and connect with people of Bihar helped turn things around decisively. As they rightly say, Modi hai, to mumkin hai.